Whoops. Burnt through my strap.
Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peek's Peak. Today, you might be able to take a look at what I've got set up here and make a good guess as to what I'm about to do. So there are lots of reasons why I would want to do what I'm about to do. You'll remember a few weeks ago, I posted a video about converting my Kubota BX to a skid steer quick attach bucket. And I was able to get a new bucket and the 2-lever system from my local Kubota dealer, Davis Equipment, and make the conversion. So I had a brand new bucket, the whole works, tractor's ready to roll. That leaves me with an old bucket. And I sure hate to see something go to waste. And the whole time that I owned this bucket, you know, lots of people told me, you need a cutting edge on that bucket. You should put a tooth bar on that bucket, different things like that. And I do quite a bit of digging. So I wanted a tooth bar, but what I didn't want is to have to take it off every time I wanted to back drag some gravel or do something along those lines. And so to me, having a tooth bar on there seemed like it would be in the way of some of the other things that I do quite often. So I never have owned a tooth bar. In fact, I never even put a cutting edge on this bucket. But now that I have a new bucket with a brand new Kubota cutting edge on it, I have the whole back dragging situation under control with that bucket. So if I have me a second bucket, then I'll be able to switch and have a little bit more versatility out of my machine. So that's the plan. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share with you the weld-on plate that I decided to go with to put on this bucket to make it SSQA compatible. And then what I would like for you to do is comment which tooth bar or cutting edge you use on your tractor and why that's the best option. Because I'm gonna have to make a decision. I would like for a company to reach out and sponsor me in this process, but if they don't, I'm going to be buying one and I will choose what I feel like is the best bang for the buck out of what I can find. So I'll read your comments and we'll kind of make a decision based on that. And I'll share with you what I decided. So let's go ahead and get this skid steer quick attach plate unboxed, and we're gonna have to cut these flanges off of the bucket, prepare the bucket to weld this plate onto, and we'll see what we get into. I have no idea, I haven't even looked at the plate yet. All right guys, the first thing we gotta do is check compatibility here. And everything looks great. That locks in. Lock in. Lock in. This is another Vevor product. This is not a sponsored deal. This is available on Amazon for I think I paid $80 for it. Anytime that you can buy a sheet of steel of this magnitude for that amount of money, to me, that's the way to go. I mean, there's nothing too complicated about a plate of steel. As long as the holes and angles line up, then you're good to go. I wanted one that was lightweight, so I didn't want anything too thick and heavy duty because we're not putting this on a big tractor, we're putting it on a BX. The lighter the plate is, the more I'm gonna be able to lift in the bucket. So this is how I arrived at buying this Vevor weld-on plate. It actually appears to be of surprisingly good quality. This is, you know, like 1/4 inch steel, maybe 3/16. I'll put the stats down in the description as well as a link where you can buy it on Amazon. This is more about the process and sharing with you guys what can be done to give yourself a little more versatility for not much more money. I wanted to share my shirt my daughter got for me. I was pretty excited about it. They like to tease me and call me a tractor influencer. and she found this shirt that she had made. It says Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead, established 2020, tractor influencer. Oh, that was pretty thoughtful. Let's get the plasma cutter out and tear this bucket up. This is why I'm not a big mask fan, because, yeah, just a lot of extra stuff to hassle with. But had somebody comment when I gave my little speech about trying to be safer and wear glasses that I ought to protect my lungs as well. And they're not wrong. Got the garage door open. We're getting ready to cut into this, and I will probably go ahead and throw that mask back on and get everything set up here and get ready to plasma cut. But thought I'd give you the rundown here. I'm gonna just cut these flanges off and leave these plates probably on the back of this. Just cut these flanges off of here, cut these tabs that have the adjustment part of the bucket made onto them, because we have a new adjustment stop set on the 2-lever segment. All I really need is to get this junk out of the way right here. So today I am using the AutoGen plasma cutter. This is the Cut 55, and I'm gonna tell you what, for the money, this thing is a beast. I'll put a link to this in the description as well. You can pick this up on Amazon. This little AutoGen plasma cutter, you hook it up to the air compressor, you can run it on 220 or 110, either way, and man, it will cut. You're about to see.
Sound like Darth Vader now. Whoops. Mark through my strap.
I can't hear anything because I have in my earplugs. I did get all of the brackets cut off of this, and now I'm waiting on grinder wheels so I can clean it all up. I just need to kind of smooth out anything that's sticking up, and then we'll be ready to weld our plate on. All right, we are going to tack this in place and then do a test lift with the tractor. Make sure we're good to go. Well, boys, I ran out of MIG wire, so we're finishing up with flux core because that's all I had left, and I don't have much of it, but this thing ain't doing too bad. Battered, splattered mess is what that is, but we got a good weld on it. So let's get her cleaned up. That ain't pretty, but it'll work. I believe she's done. Woo! Uh-oh. I don't even have my mask on. I was doing so good too. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, this old Hitachi has done the business for years, and I mean years. So I can't complain. Let's unplug this thing for it. Burns the shop down. I'll go ahead and tell you, this conversion was not for the faint of heart. Now, it's not difficult, just a little bit time consuming, even though I had a plasma cutter and grinder and all the stuff I need to do it. It's big, heavy steel. So it took a while to make all those cuts, took a while to grind everything out the way I needed it. So now I gotta prime it and shoot it with some paint. And I think we will have a good working bucket, and then we can start making whatever upgrades we want to make. The plate blocks my bucket hook that I have on there now. I'm probably going to consider getting another one of those weld-on plates like I bought for my other bucket, because it will fit right in that opening right there, I believe. Should be kind of a good setup. So anyway, we'll see what kind of mods we make with that, but I'm going to go ahead and hit this with some primer and some paint, finish up for the night. All right, guys, well, I ran out of just about every supply I was using on this project, so I didn't get it to fix up my weld burn spots inside the bucket there, but I'm out of paint and it's inside the bucket. It's all right. I put some fresh paint on everything that was a fresh weld on the other side and all that, just so it wouldn't rust, but, you know, try to make it look halfway decent. But, man, we have another bucket now for 80 bucks. Now, I burn a bunch of welding wire and time and a few plasma cutter consumables and that sort of thing. But, you know, those are all just things that I keep on hand here in the shop so that I can do projects like this. So it's just kind of part of it. Minimal expense, really. So, yeah, for 80 bucks, now we got another bucket. Don't forget the task I asked you to do, and that is leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of tooth bar I should be considering to put on my bucket. So guys, I would say overall, putting the skid steer quick attach adapter plate on the pin-on bucket is not as clean as buying a brand new bucket, obviously, but for $80 versus $500 for a new bucket, man, you know, a little bit of work, a little bit of ingenuity. When you can get the skid steer quick attach adapter plate for 80 bucks, it makes it a no-brainer. And now I have some more options. So let's see where we go with that. Guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, get outside and enjoy God's creation. It's beautiful out there. Y'all have a good day.